政權，聲音有價，請持續支持 MyRadio 節目月費計劃。
普羅政治，民聲起義。MyRadio 2015。
Bonjour, welcome to the fourth episode of Quart Français.
Very good, very good. I cannot correct you anymore. I think you say very well.
You see, my learning curve is really horrible.
No, don't say that. So, yeah.
Last time we taste a lot of French food. So it's still there because we don't want to spoil our appetite afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't eat everything in the back.
No. But last time we got this, we haven't opened this wine. So why don't you just make a short introduction of French wine? So what's the name of this?
So this is a bouteille. Bouteille means bottle, basically. So actually you'll notice that the wine bottles, some of them have the the cork. Yeah. Some of them just have the screw basically, right? The cap.
Well, you can open it just by turning.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So this one is the more traditional one that we use for many centuries now.
Okay, let me ask you another question. But
Sure.
what is the difference of this? I mean, this kind of cork, or whether you have this?
Okay, so I think from what I understand, and I'm no expert, but this helps to. It participates to giving the wine a certain taste. It filters out some chemicals outside.
Oh, I see.
And it also helps to have a bit of air come in, from what I understand, because it's not entirely closed. You know, it allows for things to move in and out. And what's amazing is that, you know, in some of the shipwrecks around the world, sometimes
you still have the bottle, the whole bottle,
and then they open it maybe after 300 years.
Okay,
it still tastes really good.
Yeah.
So this one is the more complicated one. So you need to use this, which is tire-bouchon.
Okay. Before you demonstrate the art of opening wine, let me ask you another question.
Sure, go ahead.
How should we read the label?
Okay. So to read the label, usually it will tell you the type of grapes that were used, right? So
we have a Cabernet
and Sauvignon. So these it's a mix of two grapes, if I'm correct. Again, I'm no expert. And then you would see the place where it's done. So this one would be l'Héritage de Carillon, Pays d'Oc. So this one is in the south of France, if I'm correct. And it would tell you the year. The year is important because some years the grapes were better quality, some are
We call them vintage in
vintage,
English.
exactly. Or in French we would say l'année, which means the year. L'année. Okay.
L'année.
So année 1950, 1950. Okay, so this one, it was 2011. Okay, so I hope it was a good year. Let's give it a try. And also, you can see the percentage. Okay, and then you have a map behind that shows you where it's from. So it's actually from the south, center-south of France, near a city called Narbonne. It's quite popular there. There's a lot of wine, of grape, vigne. How to say vigne in English? It's where they grow the grapes for the wine.
酒莊.
Yeah.
Maybe the chateau.
Chateau, yeah. So there's a lot. I went there to visit a few times, this area, and you can see from like endless fields of vigne, which is the.
Oh, I wish I could buy one in the future if I got rich.
Yeah, I mean too. Yeah. You know, it takes a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. You need to have the machines to. And okay, what you do, and what's very popular, and they also do now in Australia, is they hire the the summer workers, and they will basically help you to pick all the grapes.
Oh yeah. My German teacher, I guess 20 or 30 years ago, told us not to go there because it will be very, very, very hard work for you.
Yes, it's very difficult. Very difficult.
Back
so
breaking.
Yeah, back breaking. I mean, it's tremendous the amount of work they have to put in. Maybe they wake up at 8 and then they work until 7 p.m. At least maybe they can come back with a few bottles. But the salary is really low. I think it's more to discover the country, so Australia or France.
Yeah, but of course the most important thing is that the tasting of wine.
The tasting of
wine. So why don't you just open it and let us talk? And while you are doing this, you tell me what is this thing?
Yeah, so
because we didn't show you last time.
So these are olives without the how to call the center bit. Without the noyau. Okay, the noyau is the part that you don't eat inside.
What? Let me try that in Cantonese. What?
Okay, yeah, this one. So yeah, I think usually they really go well with the wine and with cheese tasting. So it's something that I need to stand up for this. Yeah. So the olives, these come from Italy actually. So it's not French. I couldn't find any French olives in City Super and great supermarkets. So
of course the Italian. Is famous for the olives.
Yeah, they're very famous.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how it goes. Perfect. You see this?
Okay.
The cap is coming off.
Yeah.
And then you have to squeeze it out like this.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now we got this.
Yes. All right.
And what should we do?
All right. So this one, let's just pour it basically.
Okay.
So usually people they use the big wine glass like this. What it helps. As opposed to this glass here, is that you can really move around your glass, and then it will spread the whole flavors and all that across the glass, and it's easier for you to breathe it, to smell it. So
okay, just show it. Show it to us.
All right, won't do too much. Okay, I think this.
What is the manner of French wine in that manner?
Actually, I think next time I should bring my friend who's the expert in wine tasting and so on, because maybe my manners are not so good. But usually, you would at the beginning you would take your glass like this and you would move it around. And you know when you move it around like this, you can see maybe some bits which fall down, and it shows you the texture of the wine, right? And also, so as I was saying, you spread the whole wine across the glass. So the bigger the glass, the better it is.
Okay,
and then you can.
And that is why you can use this one.
Yeah, this one. But people use, if you have nothing else, just go ahead. And then, you would basically spread the whole wine across the thing, and then you would smell it.
Oh, you smell it first?
Yeah, you smell it.
What is that for?
Basically to smell how good it tastes, basically, right? And then you would taste it. So be my guest.
Oh, I rather use this one
no
because you are the guy who demonstrate how to do it.
No
okay. Yeah, sure.
And you can do the same maybe with the cup. You can try to move it around like this.
Sure.
And then cheers.
Cheers.
Santé.
Santé.
Yeah, this is what we say to say cheers in France. Actually, santé is funny. It means health.
Health.
So good health to you.
Sure.
This is what
Yeah.
Okay, and usually.
Well, I have to tell you, it tastes very good. I really, I don't know why, because I didn't expect that kind of quality, and I'm sure that
Yes, this one is very good actually. I really.
Yeah. It is to tell you the truth, it is a surprise.
Yes, surprise. Because I went to Lay Garden yesterday, and we had wine to share amongst all of us. My friends, and the wine was very watery, So when you taste it, it's nothing special. This one is very, very fruity too, isn't it?
Okay. I guess most people will ask you this question: how to buy a good wine?
How to buy a good wine?
I mean, you see a lot of a wine from France or from Australia, from New Zealand, from Chile.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. In the supermarket or even in 7-Eleven right now.
Yes.
But I'm not sure that all of them are of good quality.
Yeah, that's the problem. So actually, I think the best thing would be for you to have.
My guess is that it has nothing to do with price.
Of course not. Yeah.
You have to tell them.
Yeah, that's something that most people they don't realize. Okay, you have wines ranging from maybe $20 up to 10,000, a few million too, right? The thing is, they did this study before where some wine experts tasted blindfolded, they just taste the very expensive wine and the cheap wine, and sometimes they couldn't make the difference between the cheap and the expensive one, and they thought that the cheap one tastes really good. So that's why I think it's not really a question of
price or not.
Yeah.
So don't be fooled by all this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Just okay. If you really want to have a good wine experience, I think you should do a bit of research before. Just know the different types of grapes, where they come from, the different countries, your personal taste. If you like fruity, if you like more dry ones.
Okay, since you mentioned this, how would you describe the wine that you're tasting right now?
Alright, this one is quite. It smells quite fruity, not too strong. It doesn't sting the nostrils. It's very fruity when you drink it. I think I would buy this L'Héritage de Carillon. Actually, Cabernet Sauvignon is my favorite blend of grapes. Usually I take the white one. But yeah, this one is very good. I think it's a good mix with some cheese.
Okay, now we come to the most exciting part. When we have a very good French wine, what should go with it?
Okay, I think cheese is really good to go with it. Let me think what I use usually with wine. Okay, a good steak, steak tartare. I think steak tartare is the raw steak, the minced beef basically.
Let me translate it into Cantonese. 蛋蛋扒係生牛肉嚟嘅咁相當之好味嘅
Exactly. So it goes well. All the meat dishes, the meat meals, they go very well with wine. Okay, for fish, usually you have not a strong wine, maybe white
wine.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, wine is, as you know, we drink it for most of our meals, most of our dinners.
Yeah.
So yeah. And it goes very well with the saucisson, which I need to cook myself a bit more.
It is some kind of temptation.
Yes. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how should we do this? We taste it first?
Yeah, this one you just take a bite and then you take a sip of wine. Yeah. These are the joys of French food. So that's why I'm homesick sometimes. I'll go back, right?
No. When we finish this, you just send the link to your parents or relatives in France. And
definitely. Delicious. That's all I have to say. Yeah. But okay, and one other thing is that for French wine, no, for any wine really, you really need to taste before buying. Of course, when you go to the supermarket, there's no way for you to taste, right? That's why, okay, my grandparents in Nice, in the south of France, what they do is once a year they have this wine expert who comes to them with maybe 12 different bottles, and they try each of them. And what they do is the ones they like, they order for the whole year. So maybe they will order, 20 bottles or something like that.
Yeah. Well, since you mentioned this, I suppose you got people who devote their career just for wine tasting in French. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a special name for it. It's called œnologie.
Œnologie.
Yeah, and it's basically the art, the science of wine. It's not just the wine itself; it's also the vines, the grapes. So once you do this, and it takes around maybe 3 to 5 years, I think, to be really an expert.
Yeah.
You can really help people to buy the correct wine, and you can work in a wine factory. Yeah. So It's a quite a popular subject in France. People.
Oh, even in Hong Kong.
Yeah, even in Hong Kong. Especially in Hong Kong. Yeah, I know many people who do this.
I'm sure even in China in the future, because people got so many money to spend.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm really curious about that. So, why do the French have so many passion for these luxurious things?
Yeah.
Wine, bags.
Yeah.
And it has to do with all kinds of things that are not useful in the monetary sense.
Sure.
Why you French are so good at these things?
Because maybe we don't like just to have the simple life. Maybe we want to have. It's more than survival. It's about how to live your life. You know, in the south of France, the diet of these peoples, the locals there, is so good that they live up to 100 years old, right?
Yeah.
And this is because of their way of life. You know, they take it easy. They have some wine, they have some cheese, they have a rich variety of food every day, and the mindset is about. It's actually simplicity, but not just work, which might be the case in some other countries.
Oh yeah, especially here.
Yeah, you know.
So I doubt very much you can stay here for long.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it's very hectic in Hong Kong, but yeah, the lifestyle in south of France is so good. And yeah, I think this participates to your health. It really makes you live longer and happier.
And the way that I put it is that the French knows how to enjoy life.
Yes, precisely.
So how would you say enjoy life in French?
Actually, you know, we can say la vie en rose.
La vie en rose. yeah.
Just like the French song, right? From Edith Piaf.
Edith Piaf.
Yeah. And basically what it means is the life in pink, because when you're happy, when you enjoy life, you see everything around you like a rainbow or like pink, you know, the colors like this. And yeah, I think that would be a good way to describe happiness in France, you know.
But just remember that for this woman, she led a very, very tragic life.
Yes, she did, yeah.
But she could sing.
She could sing, yeah.
With this kind of
passion. Yeah.
Passion, yeah.
Definitely.
So let us enjoy life.
Let's santé.
Santé. And see you next time.
See you next time. À bientôt.
À bientôt.